life is so great for my family. My mother and father aren't too pleased with my flapper style, or my new bobbed hair, but it's a style, so I'd much rather be fashionable. My boyfriend Alec, he just bought a bunch of stocks on margin. He tells me that means that in 10 years his 10% will be paid off, but I couldn't care either way. It just means to me that we'll have more money in the future to make a family of our own. We have loans set up so we can buy a new automobile, a Ford Model T. Credit's been a real time saver, too. So much merchandise from the plant Alec works in is being made. Soon enough, Canada's going to be the wealthiest country ever. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw how much wheat the farmers produce to be shipped to my dad's shipping station. Everything's great. I can't believe it, but the stock market just crashed. It's like all of our money was just taken away in a gust of wind. Alex says it's because the products weren't selling since the country made too much of it, and now everyone's selling back their stocks. We owe so much money now, I don't know what we're going to do. I'd asked Daddy for money, but his fields were blown away. He tells me they over-cultivated. I can't even visit the family farm because of the dust and the grasshoppers that decided to take over what was left. It can't get any worse than this. My life is over! All of our stuff was repossessed, and we were evicted because our debts to the bank and the stock market. My daddy was in the hospital for his lungs because of the dust at the farm. I lost contact with him after they took our telephones. I heard that some sort of Prairie Rehabilitation Act was passed near his farm, so I hope that means he'll get enough to help and funds to start the farm again. Right now, America is even asking for money from the war, since Canada asked for so much during that time. We can hardly sustain ourselves, much less pay off debts to another country. It was so humiliating to be kicked out on the streets. People look at us like we're criminals. Alex says that he's going to go train hopping and find a relief camp for work. It's dangerous, but it's all he can do to get us money. I'm staying with friends while I wait for him to return. They're living on Pogie right now, and we all have to go to the soup kitchen to get a meal. We even went to see a talkie to get our spirits up. I wish life was as simple as in the movies, like Lone Ranger. Everything has to get better. It just has to! The government doesn't care about the people. While Prime Minister Bennett sits in his comfy chair in his expensive house, Canada suffers. A bunch of men left their camps and walked to Ottawa in a great trek to protest, and Bennett didn't even care. The government even set up high tariffs to protect our products from other countries. All that's done is made it so other countries put up high tariffs against us, too, and what good does that do us? They even go through with the policy laissez-faire, keeping their involvement with the economy to an all-time low. Roosevelt even decided to come up with this thing called the New Deal that's supposed to increase working programs for the unemployed and for farmers. We'll see if it helps, but so far it looks like Canada's doomed to die out before we even had a chance to grow as a country.